Welcome, FNUSA57 here. Once again, I'm back on my Xbox One. Today I've got yet another video for you, and we're going to be showing how to get the Charmed weapon skin. So this is shown in that little tiny picture there on the right-hand side, the Charmed Lancer. It's supposed to be a pretty cool looking skin, and this is for the good old Ye St. Paddy's Day event, basically. So on Gears 5, of course, we have a brand new PvP event, and it is called Luck of the Draw, which I will be explaining in more detail as we go through it. And this includes 3 medals in the Luck of the Draw medal group. A Buffet of Carnish, Luck, it's called Skill, and End of the Rainbow. Now, all of these medals are actually really easy to do, and I'm going to show you how you can get them done in the fastest manner possible. Obviously, playing with a team is ideal. If you don't have a team, it's going to take you a little bit longer. All you have to do is deal 50,000 damage in Luck of the Draw versus event. You should be able to do that in 1 to 2 matches. The Luck, it's called Skill. You have to get 50 eliminations in Luck of the Draw versus events. You should be able to do that again in 1 to 2 matches. What's going to take you longer is the End of the Rainbow, because you have to complete 7 rounds in Luck of the Draw versus event. Now, you don't have to win the rounds, and you don't even have to do that good. You just have to complete them. You just have to be there from start to finish. So the maximum number of rounds is 3 rounds, or basically it's best of 3. So you get whichever team wins 2 rounds first, that's who gets the victory. And of course, while you're doing that, you can also make progress on your versus event medals, like completing rounds, wins, headshots, executions, etc. So without further ado, I'm going to thank my friends here, Casper and Nasty, for helping me out with this. We're going to go into versus and then go into Arms Race Luck of the Draw. So this is a variant of the Arms Race game mode. The issue is the weapons are not in the normal order. So this is something to keep in mind. It's actually kind of annoying in my opinion, but I'm not really a big fan of Arms Race in the first place. Currently, it is a 5v5 with bot backfilling game mode. So it's got the same problems that all the versus events for Gears that have bot backfilling have had in the past. And what that means is eventually the lobbies tend to become unstable. So if you're in one lobby for like, say, 6 or 8 games in a row, you'll notice that as people leave, it doesn't end up replacing them. And you can actually sometimes use that to your advantage because you'll be playing against bots. Case in point, the lobby that we're joining in right now was an all-bot lobby except for 3 players. So we're actually coming in at the disadvantage here. They haven't won, but they are ahead by 1 weapon. So we have to play some catch-up here. And like I mentioned, the weapons don't run in the normal arms race order. All we need to do is deal damage. It costs, well, it takes 600 damage points to actually finish off an enemy. So just remember that. 600 damage in total. That's from full health to dead. And in elimination, eliminations are easy. All you have to do with an elimination is deal damage. But of course, that can be a little bit harder. I'm not a big fan of this map. Got to get used to this again. I'm not playing my best game here. Of course, that's a bot, so there is melee, by the way. Almost had him. So we were able to come back a little bit, but of course they're all clustered together, which as always it's a good idea in arms race to stick with your team. It just means you've got more firepower going down range. We were a weapon ahead, but we got randoms just kind of running out there. Now we got the retro. Now they have the retro, and I'm caught in the open. That's not good. Hopefully my team can at least down him. We gotta try and win this if at all possible here. You got the nice GL now. GL is always pretty crazy because of those rockets. And of course we got the boom shot now. It usually always goes boom shot, then drop shot. So keep that in mind when you're playing this. The GL can be at several different random points. Obviously, if you know how to dodge the GL, you can dodge the GL. Now, of course, they're going to have the boom shot and 1 kill. I'll just fire off an extra drop shot, put that over there. Alright. So now we're dealing with them having explosive weapons while we have the bolt hawk. Once again, all we need to do is play out rounds, and we need to deal damage. The explosive weapons are really annoying to deal with, which is why I'm not a big fan of arms race. I've never been a big fan of arms race. Jam my gun, that's not good. Thought I hit him. That's alright, we got the shoddy now. Well, we're about to have the shoddy. Of course, the chip damage on the Gnasher is way low. You gotta remember we're gonna cycle to the breaker mace here. Which normally in arms race, the breaker mace is literally the final weapon. But it's not the final weapon now, so it kind of throws a curveball in the tempo when it comes to this. I hit the wrong button there. I hit RB twice instead of hitting RT to do the slam attack. A lot of people get melee happy in this mode.
Gears smile in the face of adversity. You persevere. You overcome.
I will play out the whole match just so that you can see, but if you keep in mind the whole 600 damage per kill, so if you get 10 kills, that's 6,000 damage if the targets were undamaged at the start. I need about 15 kills to go ahead and complete that medal, and then once this round is complete, you will see the unlock. You should get the actual in-game medal pop-up letting you know that, hey, you've completed this particular medal, but you might not. So you kind of have to keep track of it yourself a little bit. I don't have a ton of extra tips that I can offer you other than to coordinate with your team, and you just have to be kind of good with some of the weapons. Now, since you only need damage and eliminations, you don't have to worry about being a pro or anything like that. But it can be really difficult when they're pushing you with shotguns and you've got an M-bar. And he's got spawn protection. We're at a little bit of a disadvantage because of the way the weapon swap was. They got a really good push on the shotguns. Alright, so there's our metal complete buffet, or buffet of carnage. I was already behind cover. That should not have been a headshot on me, but it was. You can always try to use spawn protection to your advantage as much as possible, but usually you get stuck on the marks for a while, just depending on the weapon that they have.
Hey, guess what happens next?
Now we got the retro though, so we're in a much better spot. We just need to complete this round. Of course, they have the high ground. If you're on a map where you can keep the high ground, that does help. The only other pro tip I can give you, if you down an enemy and the weapons are about to swap, you can always leave that enemy down, and then when the weapon swaps, you go ahead and kill that enemy, and that way you actually get the kill for the next weapon as opposed to getting the kill for the current weapon that's about to swap. That much I can tell you is a little bit of a pro tip. Also, with certain weapons like the drop shot, you can go ahead and fire that extra round before the weapon changes, so you can kind of use that to your advantage. I'm gonna shoot that guy right in the booty. Now, the torque bow isn't one of those weapons that you can hold the shot on. Got to be careful when they have GLs. They were kind of between a rock and a hard place there. Like I mentioned, you can always go for the melee sometimes. We just got our other medal completed.
By these values, and you are real gears.
I just had to get that double kill with the breaker mace. I really shouldn't have, because we could have had him for the hammer burst, but I thought it was funny. I couldn't resist. Now I got to go back and show off these weapon skins real quick, because it's the entire skin set. All right, come on. I wish I had an Xbox Series X. By the way, for those of you guys that don't know, I do live stream on Twitch. So if you want, my channel name's the same, FNUSA57. Feel free to go ahead and check me out on Twitch if you want to hang out during the live streams or have any questions or anything. You can also follow me on Twitter. Again, you probably guessed it, but my name's the same there. And very soon, I will have my own Patreon set up. So, good news on that. Alright, here is the Charmed skin. It's actually a pretty cool weapon skin. It is an animated weapon skin. And it sort of looks like green HP heal. if you're used to playing an MMO, but it's actually little 3-leaf clovers or shamrocks. So it's a really dark background. You can kind of see that there's, if I get the lighting right, there's like some trees, and then it's got the little green shamrocks that float up on it. It's actually a really cool weapon skin for a event skin. I'm very happy with that, and it is available on all of the weapons. Since it is a new skin, it is not a legacy skin, it's available on them all. Once you unlock it, if you want to, you can go ahead and hit the X button and override it for all weapons, which means that it will go ahead and equip that skin set to all of the weapons. And if you want, you can press Y to mark all as viewed so it doesn't show you that they're new. I really do hope that this video has helped you get your charmed weapon skins, as well as quickly complete the Luck of the Draw medal group. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, smash that like button, because that greatly helps me out the searchability of videos here on YouTube. Of course, share the video with your friends and subscribe for more content. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, thy legion, stay frosty.